What's going on, YouTube? Today's video, guys, we're just going to go over some settings for Warzone 2. The best settings I found for my PC. I've had some stuttering issues, my FPS dropping when I first came in. So these settings are also inspired off of Z-Laner settings, primarily. I'm not going to go into explaining all of the in-depths of what they all mean, because let's get a quick video. Let's get it out there. Alright, so let's first start off with your graphics settings. Let's go over to the display tab. I use full screen exclusive. I have my 3070 RTX. I'm trying to put as much FPS as I can. This is a 240 hertz monitor. It is only a 1920 by 1080p monitor as well. Dynamic resolution is off. Aspect ratio I have on set to automatic. VSync off. VSync menus off. Custom frame rate is custom. I have 250 frames, a little bit over my 240 hertz on my monitor. I have 120 for the frame rate in the menus, and autofocus is only 30. We don't want it working too hard. Restart shaders. We got shader optimization. Display is at 2.2. The brightness I've set to whatever you want. It's custom to make it feel like you want. High dynamic range is on automatic. Quality tab. Quality presets I've set to custom. And then with that being said, we go down to the 100 for the render resolution. Upscaling is fidelity CAS. And that is one of the biggest things for having it look better. 100 on that one. Anti-aliasing I have on 2. I have low anti-aliasing quality. Memory scale that's at 90. Details and textures, we're rocking very low texture filter. Nearby detail low. Distant level detail low. Curtain draw distance short, particle high, particle quality low, bullet impacts on, shader quality low, tessellation off, terrain memory max, on-demand texture is on, and I have it set to 32 for the cache and off for download limits. Streaming quality, we have normal. We have volumetric quality low, deferred physics off, water causation off, shadow and lighting low, screen space shadows off. Spot, not sport. Shadow quality low. Spot low. Particle high. Ambient off. Screen space reflections off. Static quality low. Weather grid volumes low. Post-processing effects. NVIDIA reflex on. Depth of field off. Motion off. Weapon blur off. Film grain 0. View, field of view. I've been using my traditional settings for regular Warzone. 120 field of view affected. Wide to make that weapon smaller. 90 for the third person view. Default on the vehicle field of view. At least 50% for first person. At least 50% for third person. Third ADS transition. Game perspective for the default camera. Let's move into the controller settings, as I now use a controller more than ever. We have tactical layout. I use the default sticks. Controller vibration is off. I don't want that on. Aiming I have set to 6 and 6. Sensitivity multipliers, I leave those all on default. Axis is also on the standard settings. Gameplay I have set to hold for aim down sight behavior. Change zoom is sprint, tactical sprint focus. Automatic sprint, I have automatic tac sprint. Quick behaviors hold, weapon mount, ADS, and melee. Prioritize interact for the interact reload. That way it interacts. The priority for the open boxing is the same as the contextual tap. Armor plate, apply all. Advanced, target aim assist on. Default is the aim assist. People do use Black Ops. Recently, we switched back to default. Gower behavior, haven't explored this very much. JGod explains a bit more into that. We'll look into that later. Gyro sensitivities, those are all set to default for now. I use a dynamic. I've also used a linear in the past as well. Both are great. I don't have an issue with both those. Instant on the ADS transitioning. Custom zooms, I have a 0.8 for my lows and 0.9 for my highs. Dead zones, this is the controller, which is a hyper thrust controller, Series S, eSwap. And it's a very low dead zone, so 0.03. You want to have your stick drift not going up too much. And then we go up to 0.05. Move forward is off. Double tap for tactical sprint. Ground mantles on. Automatic airborne mantle partial, automatic ground mantle off, invert slide is inverted, so you get those quick slides. Plunging in water movement, parachute is off, door bash on, mantle only, ADS stick swap is off, back panel control on, weapon mount medium, depleted ammo switch off, quick C4 detonation off, vehicle camera off, camera initial position, free look, map off, and that as well. I do need to go into the interface. Audio, we are currently using the headphones on the mix. I haven't put much experience on that. We got 50 master, 50 dialogue, 100 effects, 100 hit marker, and those other settings are pretty much all on default. I have open mic. However, in the stream, you might want to use the push to talk, and that way you can maximize the proxy chat without them hearing you. Interface is roughly the same, but there is something in the interface we want to go over, which is the colors, the color customization. In here, we have color is set to none, and color palette is default. I was pretty certain we want to change that, and then I changed the neutral ping. This is your ping color. Change that neutral to purples or something else. That way you can see when you're pinging things, you can see where it goes. So that is all we have for that. We do have keyboard and mouse settings. However, I haven't really used the keyboard and mouse for this game. And that's what we got for the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to drop a like. Let me know what your settings are. And if you change it, we may have another settings coming out once we learn more about some of the FPS benchmark trials. Take it easy.